So I leave Vlado now to explain what is this Notcast about and why isn't Krasi on stage.
Hi. Oh, okay. So we're gonna set up something for the Notcast. Maybe. And we haven't. So I'm Vladimir Tasev. I'm going to talk for the reactive in the blockchain. Does anybody know what is blockchain? Very good. Does somebody know how blockchain started? No. Ah, okay. So for the people who don't know what is how the blockchain started, first of all, in the 17th century, ships were traveling around the world and there was no traceability around them. So what they did was they got a ledger with notes in them. So when two ships meet each other, they transfer their ledgers and everybody writes their notes. So there's a traceability that on this date, on this hour approximately, there was a meeting in them. So with them, so and there is a traceability that the ship is alive and all the crew is okay. Now the blockchain is digital and the ledger is all around the world. Every miner now has its own copy of the database. Does somebody know what is Ethereum and Bitcoin, except the cryptocurrency? Okay, some people. So I will explain. Bitcoin and Ethereum are different blockchains. They do the same, but Ethereum is something more. On the Bitcoin blockchain, you can only use it as a transferring funds and transactions. On the Ethereum blockchain, there is something new. And something new is that you can use it to deploy dApps, and those applications that are decentralized. Everybody getting? Okay. So, what is exactly a dApp? It is an application which is stored in the blockchain and interacts with it. It is public. Everybody can read the data. And I will explain you how a dApp works. So we have a client side, which in our case will be a React application. We have a Web3, which is application, JavaScript framework which interacts with the blockchain. It can be used with one browser tool called MetaMask, this fox here. And via Web3, you can interact with the miners, so you can deploy and read information that you want to store or read. So first of all, when we set up our React application, we should implement Web3 and its current version. It is a simple npm installation. Everybody has done that. So how the event sourcing is in the with the dApps. So, when the client application calls the Web3, I will show you in the next slide how the code works. it connects with all the nodes. The nodes are all those things in the Ethereum blockchain. So you're calling something with their private address. I haven't shown what's a private address. Everything in the blockchain is connected with public and private keys. The private key is your own key to sign transactions. So what is difficult with blockchain dApps? The reading is very slow, and nowadays it is not cheap to store data in the Ethereum blockchain, for example. You pay the miners something called gas, which is the tax fee to deploy something in the chain. So what to do is everything when you create a dApp, the client application should use something like lazy loading. There are many features for React for this. And when the blockchain returns you information, there won't be a delay on the client's page when you when he's open it. Okay, so this is a simple smart contract for connecting with the blockchain. You can see it is on language called Solidity. This is JavaScript again language. You tell what to deploy in the chain, how big will it be, and this is very the smallest to interact with the blockchain. So the client app, you can see you're implementing the components like every app you create with React. So and there's something special. You code the Web3. I will give you the GitHub link for everything, and you can deploy it. I see you taking photos. You call the Web3 app. You give it the command deploy or receive, and you get your stuff in the UI. So how you're connecting with the blockchain? I told you about the Foxting MetaMask. You call it, and after that. It gives the information for the client and connects to the blockchain to the current node. When you connect to the current node, you get all the data at the current time. So if somebody has a question, he can ask him now. Okay, that's okay. Yes, if you don't have MetaMask, you can still use the Web3, but yes. So my talk was short because we're out of time almost. Thank you.
Woo! I want to now invite Radu and Krasi together with Vladu on the special chairs.
It's really fun to click it, right? So much like...
Да. Okay, who wants to start?
So yeah, what's the learning curve between like starting from a simple JavaScript like ECMAScript style to like Solidity and the way you write that? How much of a difference it is? What do you find it easier, the JavaScript without TypeScript and types or Solidity?
So when you use Solidity, it is a language that is written for the blockchain. So if you want to use TypeScript, you must implement many other things. One bad side of Solidity is that it is a language in early stage. I saw you it is 0.4 version, so it has a lot of bugs and features are missing.
Obviously the blockchain technology is really popular these days. I guess it's kind of a hype. How's the JavaScript community adopting this technology? I mean, are there lots of contributors and libraries, or how it works?
For now, everybody can write, if you want to, you can write a simple HTML code just with the calling function to interact with the blockchain. But I use React because I like the lazy encoding features, not to delay the client.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, do you know about any big app which is like written in JavaScript and uses the blockchain, like some, I don't know, some Facebook based on blockchain or something?
I will tell you something. One of the biggest porn sites now uses.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm not going to tell you the name because it will be a commercial.
Know it, right?
Yeah, we all know it. So it uses blockchain and JavaScript framework.
Okay, I'll make sure that I use this app every like week or something. Okay, yeah. Thank you for the talk.